Hey, it's Adam, Theros Media, and today we're looking at the John Wayne Service Company. They're in San Antonio, Texas, and they're advertising for ductless mini splits. So I don't have the ad pulled up, but I have my breakdown of the ad. So ductless air conditioners, John Wayne Service, fast, same day service, free, down to the penny price estimates. So it's really, they're going after free estimates. And they have a couple different keywords actually built out for it. Their keywords are mini split, heating and cooling systems, ductless HVAC, ductless air conditioner, ductless heating and cooling. So we spent about 5 figures or so figuring out which of these keywords work the best. They're advertising for all of them. So what I would do is I would do keyword pruning. So whatever's working for you in that specific area, you take out the search terms that aren't working for you and leave in the ones that are. You can spend a ton of money trying to figure out which ones work and which ones don't in your service area, but you probably have a decent amount of data as of right now. So keyword pruning is probably going to be one of the biggest high impact things you can do to double your conversions in this case. I can almost guarantee that doubling is not where it'll end. We've had a contractor in September actually. They spent $2,500 and got $89,000 back in revenue because of the work we've done keyword pruning. So that's more than double, and that's about 38 times the revenue. And that's definitely possible, especially if you have a ton of data working from behind. We have a ton of data because we've done this in, every city, all that type of stuff. But, for you, what works in your city works different in other cities. They're kind of the same. The keywords are usually similar, but yeah, I would do keyword pruning to figure out which works and what doesn't. The ad doesn't really match for your keywords. It doesn't really match the keyword specifically. It doesn't really talk about why someone would go with you for their ductless system. You in general, yes, but for the ductless system, not so much. On-time guarantee, free second opinion. You're talking about your discounts. So it's kind of the run-of-the-mill ad for contractors. I get it, and it works. It's just not as effective as it could be. So making it ductless specific, especially if you're advertising for that keyword. So we even get down to keyword specific ads. If we know a keyword's converting really well, you break it out and put in its own ad group and have advertising built out specifically for that keyword. This looks like a generic one you use for everything. So we would get away from that as much as possible and get as granular as you can for this type of thing. So make your ad match the keyword a little better. For your page you're advertising to, this is a website page. It's not a landing page. So you can I can almost say with 100% certainty that if you make this into a landing page, you can double the conversions you're getting from Google Ads. Just get rid of the header, get rid of the footer, and this is a really good page to make a landing page as well. You have 2 call to action buttons. This should click into a scheduling. Nope, so it doesn't. It clicks onto another page. So what you want to do is have this page pop up in a light box on top of this page if you can do that. Let's see, schedule here. That goes to the scheduling page as well. So we would use something like we would just use a form that pops up, and there's even a widget you can get for your website that schedules directly into your field management system. Keep scrolling. Okay, let's see. My fault. Page stop scrolling. So this would be a good landing page. It's just get rid of the header, get rid of the footer, make this an actual landing page, and I can almost guarantee you'll double your conversions overnight. The chatbot on a landing page, you can test it out. We haven't found great success with it because you have to have someone on it all the time. They have virtual assistants you can have on it, but who know your schedule, you can schedule specific times, not so much. So we would take it off you test it first, taking it off versus leaving it on. Which one works? Well, I can almost tell you that taking this off, you'll help your conversions because someone can't be on there all the time. And it looks like you have a service to do this for you. So, personal touch is better than a service doing it for you because they can schedule directly with them. You can always get someone's name and information with the service, but nothing like a personal touch to getting someone scheduled directly on the chat. Your Google homepage looks pretty good. The only problem is John Wayne it looks like it's a pretty popular name around where you are. So this is your Facebook page, but this is someone else's website, number 2 on your listing. So what we would do to push that down is a little bit of online reputation management. You build different properties online. So properties being social pages for the most part, but you build properties online like Google Maps specifically for yourself. There's a ton of stuff you can do to push down other people's search results inside your brand name. So this is another company as well. So these are John Wayne Service Company. That's yours. This is yours, I think, as well. Nope, this is not yours. So stuff like this, you don't want to see on especially for your branded name. So you can push that down by having ads. You run your own ads on your branded search. That's one good way. But also building online properties to push that down, get off the homepage for your Google homepage. When someone's searching them in their area, they can show up, but you don't want them showing up for you. That's not them. That's not you. I was just checking around to make sure their Facebook pages were not yours, and vice versa. You do have the Facebook Pixel on here installed, which is good, and is collecting data correctly, which is good. Your Facebook page is updated pretty frequently, which is good. Actually, this is the wrong one. My fault. My bad. Here we go. Your Facebook page is updated pretty frequently, which is good. You want to have it updated once every week, once every 2 weeks or so, but you're doing it once a day when you're in the office. So that's a good thing. Looks like you have someone actually in the office doing it, which is also a good thing. We prefer that. Typically, when we take on a client, we don't like updating their Facebook page. That's more of a personal thing they should do. We can do it, but it's just, we don't like doing it. And you are advertising on Facebook, which is also good. The reason that's good is you can double the conversions of your main advertising by just having remarketing on Facebook around those people who've been to your landing page but haven't converted. And you are doing mini split specific advertising, which is good as well, because this can be used as remarketing. So I can click around Facebook and see if you're remarketing at all, but I'm not going to do that. But it looks like you have these ads built around the mini splits, which is great for remarketing. It looks like they are remarketing ads, which is a good thing. And you're testing different creative, not on the ad itself. Yeah, that's the same exact thing. This is kind of a template for advertising companies as well. But it works, so, whatever. But they are testing different creatives here, so that's a good thing. Because this is what draws people's eyes first. Then they usually, if you're on mobile, you'll probably see this first before you see the headline. Headlines are kind of small on mobile. So you see body, or you see the picture, then you see this first, and then you go down to the headline, and then the quote, get a quote button here. But the discounts, this is good. I like this because this breaks down the financing, shows people what they can do. 20% off is okay. I'll comment on it because I know that, especially if you're giving people 60 months with no interest, you're probably paying a high, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically a service fee for the financing. So it's probably close to 20%, maybe a little less, maybe a little more than 20% actually. I think if you're using Synchrony, It might be like 24% for 0% interest if you're using Mycroft. It depends on which program you're using, but it could be pretty pricey as well. I think Mycroft was 10 to 15% for the 60 months at 0%. For the regular financing, they don't charge you anything, but for 0%, they do charge you. So, one more time, keyword pruning is going to be important for you because you probably have a lot of data and you want to narrow it down to which search terms convert the best. Then you narrow it down by keyword. So keyword pruning is going to be important because you are advertising for, let's see, I'm pretty sure you advertise for all the keywords that we were searching for. So yep, all 5 keywords are here. Keyword prune. Inside the keywords, there were a couple here that have really, really high average cost per conversions for us, for our advertising. So just make sure you are aware of what you're doing. Overall, the cost per conversion is pretty good, and the cost per, the click to conversion is pretty good as well. But keywords, I can tell you that one of the bigger ones, actually one of the more expensive ones is not in here. But some of these have over $100 cost per conversion, so you want to get rid of those. And we know not to bid on those. We test them out, but we don't run it very long. Keyword pruning is going to be important. Creating a landing page is going to be vitally important. You can double this overnight. Keyword pruning might take you, depending on how much data you have, might take you a little bit, maybe 5, 6 hours of actual work, figuring out which keyword works, which one doesn't, depending on how much data you have. But this can be done almost instantly. If you have Google Optimize installed, you can take out the header and the footer just with a couple clicks, and not messing with the actual page based on where the traffic comes from. So Google Optimize is going to be a good tool for you to use for your advertising. You can set parameters around if someone's coming from AdWords, they see this. If someone's coming from Facebook, they see this. Whatever you want to do. But that's going to be helpful for getting the header, getting rid of the footer, and having someone schedule a consultation with you from this landing page. And then Facebook ads you're doing really well. You're extracting data. You're running Facebook ads, so you're doing a great job there. So the 2 big ones, keyword pruning, landing page for you. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully make more money. And we'll talk to you soon.